Cameroon's self-proclaimed Ambazonia separatist movement says it is determined more than ever before to fight the war against President Paul Biya's military. Chris Anu, spokesman for the self-declared Republic of Ambazonia, says the movement got a boost from stakeholders during a 4-day conference that concluded April 14 in Berlin, Germany. On Wednesday, the European Union Parliament called on the African Union to step up efforts in mediating the conflict. Otherwise, it says the conflict should be put on the high agenda of the UN Security Council. Chris Anu says the Berlin conference brought together all stakeholders to strategize on how to wage the war in Ambazonia that he says is being waged by the Cameroon military.
This is what is going on as I speak. Paul Biya and French Cameroon have refused to come to any negotiating table or initiate any form of dialogue or initiation, despite all pressure upon them to do so by the international community. And so we figure out the only option that we have is to prosecute this war with all the military might and force that we can afford. And so coming out of Germany, we are determined more than ever before to provide our boys on ground zero in Ambazonia every piece of equipment they need to withstand the army of French Cameroon occupying our territory.
You said you will supply all materials needed by your forces. Did you get pledges from people to give you money to support your war effort?
We did. That was one of the main reasons we put that conference together, to re-energize and reinvigorate our people towards supporting the war. And I think that we left there with everyone very, very revived and enthusiastic about raising support to support our boys who are defending the territory.
But Chris, you said that President Paul Biya has refused to negotiate. The president has said that any negotiation must start with you laying down your arms and returning to being part of the nation of Cameroon.
He is refusing to acknowledge the problem. We cannot lay down our arms because we did not declare war and we are occupying no other territory other than Ambazonia. He hasn't initiated any dialogue. And should he initiate one, we would be the ones asking him to withdraw his troops from our territory. Once these troops are withdrawn from our territory, we can then think of sitting down with him to discuss the terms of separation. Because what we are doing, we are only defending ourselves.
There was a story in the Cameroon Tribune about civilians being arrested as security forces raided Boya in search of your fighters. Do you know about that?
We are very much aware about that. Not only are civilians being arrested, civilians are being pursued and killed by French Cameroon forces, not just in Boya. In the northern zone in Bamenda and in the southern zone in Boya and other towns, people are being indiscriminately massacred by French Cameroon forces. If you are watching the social media, you will see horrible, gory images coming out of Cameroon. It will shock you that those atrocities are being committed by French Cameroon government forces. And unfortunately, the international community is paying a blind eye to these atrocities that are taking place in Cameroon and Ambazonia, perpetrated by French Cameroon on a daily basis.
Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure, James.
Chris Anu is the Secretary of State for Communication of the Ambazonia Separatist Movement of Cameroon. You're speaking with me from the U.S. city of Houston in Texas.